organize her kitchen drawers, and she's got some knives. She doesn't want to have to put in a knife block up on top of the cabinet. She wants to keep them in the drawers. So she asked me if I could come up with an idea, and I think I did. And what it's going to involve is some chunks of maple. This is hard maple. And I'm going to glue them down to a plate about that far apart. I'll show you that in a bit. But what I was trying to do on this one is to show you how on my Shopsmith I'm going to make identical 1-inch wide blocks. So what my plan is, I've done this before with segmented turning. I've taken my stop here and I take my block that I want to cut and adjust this. I've got it extended out over the top of the blade, as you can see. So adjust this to that width, 1 inch, like that. There we go. So now, when I get ready to take my piece of maple here, all I have to do is drop it in like so. Now I've got my mark. Lift that up so that it'll be free after I cut, and we'll go ahead and give it a cut. So now I can just keep doing that. Drop it back down, bring the piece of wood over. Oh yeah, my zero clearance, as you see, I use it all the time now, but it's starting to bow a little bit. Vinyl, maybe not the right thing. Maybe plywood. But the concept works, right? I just had leftover scraps. It doesn't cause a problem when I'm cutting because I just push it through anyway and it doesn't affect where it cuts, but that's happening. So just being honest with my ideas, you know, and figuring out later. But yeah, that works really good. It's a good way to duplicate the cuts with the Shopsmith and not using a fence where you have the chance of it binding. This way it can't bind. Well, moving right along. Time to sand everything down. And the maple works pretty nice. Cleans up really nice because it's hard. So these crepe sticks are perfect. Yeah, you can see. Really makes your sandpaper last a lot longer if you keep it cleaned up. Here's the concept. Let's see, is this going to work now? Hopefully. So this is what we're planning on. This is the base that goes inside the drawer like this. So these guys will be glue and shoot in some pin nails from the bottom. Glue these down so These blocks will go like that, probably more like up there. And then these are her knives that she wants to use. So just kind of drop that right in. And there we go. So we'll do this all the way across. And then when she needs them, she can just push that up to pull them out. That's the idea. Whether it'll work, I don't know yet. But we'll let you know. Alright, so we're moving right along. This is one of the knives that we're going to do this on. And I took just some double-sided tape. So I want to make sure I'm just going to take this down to my daughter's kitchen and make sure before I go anywhere that she's comfortable with where I place this. But my thought is give myself about an inch off the edge here and then mount like so. So that would be the first one. So all we'll do, take this double-sided tape. I always hate this stuff because it's always hard to get it started for me. I don't have really great fingernails, but I'm going to go right on the edge with this and get it lined up just perfectly, just like that. And when I do this permanent, the plan is to glue it and use some pin nails from underneath. I don't think I want to use brads. It might not be bad, but it's pretty hard maple, so I think I'd rather use a pin nailer on that. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is get my straight edge, so I get these perfectly straight. I want it to be as nice as possible, but that's the way it's going to work. So with that plugged in, she'll be able to just hit that to lift it out and drop them back in. So that's the idea. So that's all it'll look like. We'll have it they're a little over 1/4 of an inch apart. So we'll just go like that. And because they get smaller, as I get closer over here, I think I'm not sure yet how I'm going to lower this to fit the new knives, but it'll be sort of like that. She's got 7 knives. So that's what we'll do for that. And then we'll section off this part here. I'll show you that. We'll just use some dividers to help her organize her kitchen.